Hi there, and welcome. We're going to talk about something that's, well, it's tough, but it's incredibly important. If you've ever been sent an explicit image you didn't ask for, or you found out that a private video or photo has been shared without your permission, this explainer is for you. We're going to walk you through your options and show you that there really is a path to justice.
So let's start with this question. If this has happened to you, you know exactly how shocking and invasive it feels. One minute, everything's normal, and the next, you're thrown into this horrible situation that you never, ever asked to be a part of.
And I really need you to hear this. How you're feeling is completely valid. It is a violation. But please, please know, you are not alone in this, not by a long shot. And you absolutely have options. Help is there.
Okay, so to really get a handle on how this all works, let's walk through a real-world situation. It's the story of a brother and a sister, and for this, we're going to call them Greg and Sana.
Now, before we go any further, I want to be super clear about this. This is a real case that we handled right here. But to protect the privacy of everyone involved, we've changed their names and a few identifying details. The story, though, and the legal journey, that's all 100% true.
So here's the situation. A man we're calling Greg gets a private message on Twitter. And in that message are nude images of his own sister, Sana. The person who sent them was anonymous, but Greg had a pretty strong gut feeling it was his sister's ex-boyfriend. And as if that wasn't awful enough, he then found out that those same private images had been uploaded to a porn website, all without Sana even knowing.
I mean, can you even imagine the stress Greg was under? He was in this impossible position. He desperately wanted to make the person responsible pay for what they'd done, but at the same time he wanted to shield his sister from the humiliation and the pain of it all.
So Greg did what most of us would do. He went to the authorities. But this is where the story takes a turn, and it's a frustrating reality that, honestly, so many people face. What happens when the official channels just don't seem to work?
And let's be absolutely clear on this. Greg did exactly the right thing. He went straight to the police, he showed them the Twitter message with the images, and he even gave them a list of who he thought it could be with the X right at the top.
Now this slide really shows the problem. On the one hand, you see what the police can do. They absolutely have the technical ability to trace who sent something on Twitter. But then, you look at what often happens in reality. These types of cases can get pushed down the list, seen as a low priority, or sometimes they just won't investigate because of the time, the cost, or what they see as a low chance of getting a conviction.
And sadly, that is exactly what happened to Greg. Even though he did everything right, the police were unhelpful. They didn't investigate his case. And that kind of roadblock can make you feel completely and utterly hopeless.
But here's the thing. Greg didn't give up. And this is where the story really turns. So let's talk about the legal path to justice and how getting the right kind of help can make all the difference in the world.
So, feeling completely let down but still determined, Greg came to us. He knew he needed lawyers who really get this specific modern area of internet and social media law. And that decision, it was the game changer. So here's exactly what we did step by step. First, we formally appealed the police's decision not to investigate. We pushed, and that persistence led directly to the arrest of the main suspect Greg had pointed to from the very beginning. Then, when the police seized the suspect's phone, boom, there was the proof, undeniable. From there, he was charged with a criminal offense, and in the end, he pleaded guilty in court and received a prison sentence. It shows there is a clear path from that initial frustration all the way to real justice. Greg's story is so powerful, but what does it all mean for you? Okay, let's get into understanding your rights, because this is the crucial takeaway. The law really is on your side.
So you've probably heard the term revenge porn. It's important to know what it actually means legally. It's a specific criminal offense, okay? It's all about someone sharing private sexual images or videos of another person without their consent and with the goal of causing them distress.
And you need to know you're not facing this without backup. There are some serious laws that protect you, like the Protection from Harassment Act and the Malicious Communications Act. This isn't just a minor issue. These laws mean that perpetrators can, and they do, face actual prison time if they're convicted. The key legal test is that the act of sharing had to cause the victim distress. Now check this out, because this is a really fascinating and super important legal detail from Greg and Sana's case. Legally speaking, because the images were sent to Greg, he became the victim of harassment. And you know what that meant? It meant that Sana, the person in the photos, was completely protected from the trauma of having to go to court or give evidence. Her privacy was kept safe through the whole process. It was huge. Okay, we've talked about the what and the how. Now for one final, absolutely critical piece of advice. Why you have to act fast. In these cases, time is everything. This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. From a court's perspective, if there's a long delay before you take action, they might start to wonder, well, how much distress is this really causing if the person doesn't seem to be in a hurry to get it sorted? So, to be super clear, moving quickly isn't just about getting peace of mind for yourself, though obviously that's the most important thing. It's also a legal strategy. It sends a powerful message to the court about just how severe the situation is, and it makes your harassment claim that much stronger.
Look, if you're watching this because this is happening to you or to someone you care about, I want you to remember something. Just by searching for this information, by watching this, you have already taken a huge, brave first step. We're here to help you take the next one. You have options, you have rights, and you deserve justice.